Hello everyone. It's James again. And today I want to talk about the narcissist not wanting you to be able to defend yourself. And how this ties in with what we are seeing in the world today. You see, I and some others out there see quite clearly the exact same patterns. And the exact same narcissistic scams the narcissists used in our lives. As the same scams are being run on the general public each and every single day. But as many have mentioned, if they didn't grow up like we did, or encounter the people we did in the dating world, or they never got married to one of these monsters, it's hard for them to know that so-called people like this are real and exist. Now, that being said, in their normal lives, if they were raised in a healthy home, they were taught by their parents how to avoid danger. But because they've avoided it so much, they never really have had a chance to see these people in action. And the level of evil they are capable of. It's like when people talk about all of the bad things that have happened in the recent past. And some draw a link between such events and those that are in charge. And those that have never dealt with such evil in their personal lives might say, "Come on. You don't believe someone that is in control of our society would do this horrible thing to their own people?" And my answer would be, if they are a narcissist, they sure in the heck would, in a heartbeat, without thinking twice. Now, that's not to say that this event, or that event, was the result of certain rulers harming their own. To blame someone else. Because there's no way for me to know. But if the question is it possible someone is that evil to do such a thing? The answer would be, without a doubt, yes. 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 I've mentioned before. A doctor I knew told me, "You know, James, if you told me what you are telling me now 5 years ago, I would have thought you were completely nuts." But he said he finally had a very bad experience with a narcissist in his own personal life. And it completely changed his thoughts and feelings about people forever. He even confessed that when seeing couples for couples counseling, he said there are instances he looked back on, and he had things wrong with who he thought was the victim and who he thought was the evildoer. But that's the trick of the narcissist. To use sleight of hand on everyone while blaming the real victim. While the narcissist can continue to abuse their victim and go unpunished for their actions. And one of the ways the narcissist will get their victim in a position where they are more easily abused is to take away anything from them that will allow them a form of self-defense. Such as if they are in a relationship with you, they might want you to move away from a place you've known your entire life to a place where you don't know anyone. Or they might ask you to sell your home, then marry them, then buy a home with your money and both of your names on the title. Because they know by doing such a thing, once the abuse starts, you won't have somewhere to run to. Because if you kept that home, and then got married, in most Western places, even though marriage and divorce laws are completely criminal, one thing good is you have at least a chance that you can keep your home that you had before marriage. But because the narcissist knows that, they want you to sell it, and then buy a new home with their name on the title. Or make the new home purchase once you've been married. Because they know by doing that, you are even more so tying yourself to this so-called person, and it will be very, very hard to get away from them once you realize you're being abused. If you have a friend, they will try to put a wedge between you and that friend. They might make you lose your job somehow. They do all of these things to take away your ability to defend yourself once the abuse takes place. But usually when it's all happening, they make you think it's all for the better. That life will be so much better if you sell your house and move over here. Or sell your car, so you can buy one car with them. They sweet talk you. And so forth. And then once you give in, thinking that you are doing the right thing to make the relationship move forward, you find out you've been scammed. And now they are treating you even worse than ever. And you literally have nowhere to go or escape to. Well, let me tell you what. Those that are out there in the world trying to take away the rights of self-defense, and you know what I mean, are doing the exact same thing as the narcissist in your life. Because those that want to take away your rights, and that are marching in the streets regarding such things, will be the first ones to sign up to duty to round us up, because today they are rounding up all of those that believe in God. And then next week it will be something else. These types have never had an ounce of power in their life, and they are seething for it, making it so the average person can't speak freely without getting into trouble. And so this average person has no physical ability to defend themselves because it's all been taken away. This leaves such person leading the charge to take away these rights, with a sense of power, to the point they are strutting. If you watch them, they make it known that nothing can happen to them, and they can say and do as they please, and you can't do one darn thing about it. But if you say something they just quite simply disagree with, you're in trouble. And that's the way we are headed, if we don't see what this problem is really about, and put the brakes on. That's why information and education on narcissistic abuse is so important. Because if you know what narcissistic abuse is, you know the game that is being played out on the entire world. It's all gaslighting. It's all golden child against the scapegoat. It's all isolation and triangulation, and taking away one's rights and ability to fight back and defend oneself. All in the name of them having a constant victim they can victimize. Here's the facts. You can't give someone empathy. I'm sorry. If someone is a psychopath today, they're going to be a psychopath 10 years from now. This is why there is no repentance for Satan. Because God knows by taking an apology from Satan is taking a fake apology. Satan doesn't have the ability to feel sorry, and given the chance he would do the same evil again. Just like the evil so-called people that walk our planet today do. Now there are some influenced by the spirit of Jezebel and evil. But they may one day see the light and find their way. And then there are those that have no ability to feel sorry at all. And guess what? Taking away one's rights to defend oneself doesn't make these people that have no empathy less of a threat. Because they will still try to harm us all. And that's why we must keep, protect, and always have the right to defend ourselves. Because without it, there are evil so-called people that will abuse the fact they have all the might, and the good people have none. Something to think about. Well, that's all I have for now. I hope your day was blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.